Okay, this video we're going to show you how to use the resource to check compatibility of your IV infusion medications and solutions. So we're going to go to Lexicomp, which you go through your UK libraries, which you should be able to find. We've done this earlier in the semester. And one thing you need to do when you're given an IV infusion, especially a secondary, you're going to piggyback that onto your primary, you need to check compatibility of your fluids. So we're going to go to our medical center library to get to Lexicomp, which is down here in our databases. And you open up Lexicomp. Up here's our bar of the things we could use Lexicomp for. Remember, early in the semester we went here to check our drugs, to look them up and get a lot of information on acceptable routes and doses and other pharmacological information. We're going to use Lexicomp today to check for compatibility. So if you see here in the bar, you have Tristel's IV Compatibility. We're going to click on that today. And over on the left is where we're going to put in our items. So we're going to say that our patient has normal saline as their primary fluid. So we start typing in sodium chloride, and I come down to here to normal saline at 0.9%. I want to infuse as my secondary medication Levaquin or levofloxacin, so I type that in here and it starts to come up. So I check Levaquin, I add it, and I go down to Analyze and click that, and it will bring me up this chart. You will notice this chart has things that are compatible in the green, things that are uncertain or variable. If you get that, you're not going to be the one to test it, so I still want to mix them, and incompatible. And if you look at our Levaquin and our sodium chloride, it gets a green C for compatible. So if I have a patient with the primary fluids of sodium chloride 0.9% infusing, and I want to piggyback in a Levaquin, this would be safe to do. And that's how you're going to check compatibility. So that's an additional check on all of your IV medications. If you're going to mix anything in an infusion, you need to check compatibility. You also need to check compatibility if you're going to reuse tubing. So if I was going to hang in a second antibiotic for my patient, I would need to check to make sure that antibiotics were compatible, or I would need to get new tubing for each antibiotic. So that's how you're going to check it in your Lexicomp.